Today's session more or less going to be a practical demonstration on how the Moodle can be used for regular teaching, regular academic activities, and how it will be beneficial to the teachers. So that we are going to see in today's session. Okay. So though the topic is named as blended teaching learning methods for teaching using Moodle. So I'm not going to talk much about the blended teaching method because we are almost everyone aware of the blended teaching, a flipped classroom or a hybrid model, whatever you name it. So because what we are using the techniques, that models for the last 1 year due to the pandemic situation, we used to have that model of blended teaching learning methods. So you are all aware of that blended teaching method. Now our focus is how to use that Moodle tool for offering your regular subject or whatever the FTP or a special course through Moodle, which can reach in mass. So we can offer the course for even more thousands of members. You are again as engineering teachers, we are all well aware that the MOOC platforms are already popular among the teachers of engineering and polytechnic across the country. We have SWAYAM platform, we have NPTEL platform, we have Coursera. There are a lot of websites are offering courses in engineering and other fields. But if you want to offer a course to the mass, so we cannot ask a platform on SWAYAM. SWAYAM is offering platform space to teachers to host their contents, but all teachers will not get that opportunity. Maybe from reputed institution, the name of IIT, NIT, those teachers can create their courses and they can upload or post content into the SWAYAM portal and NPTEL portal. But working in engineering colleges and polytechnic colleges, we will not get that opportunity that much easy. So whether we can able to conduct such an mass online course for the students or to the public, is it possible? Okay, so that's what we are going to see today. So let me start with my presentation. Then we will go for the demonstration on using the technology. So let me start my presentation. So many of you are aware that with these basics and all, Moodle is a free software which can be downloaded into your laptop and installed. It can be a teacher-operated course software, or it can be an institution controlled software where all the courses conducted in institution can be controlled through the course management system. The abbreviations and all is a common thing during the 1 year. We have come across many online quizzes and programs. This is the expansion of that Moodle. So you can download and use it in any computer, or in the cloud version of Moodle is very popular right now. You can call it as Moodle Cloud. So you cannot download to anything to your system. Just you can upload your course content into the course website, and you can share the website with your students so they can easily access it. So you need not download all this. So if you are interested, you can download in your server and you can install the Moodle in server that can be controlled by the administrator and all. That setup also is there. But without those things, a teacher can directly create their own Moodle site and they can share the link with their student. They can operate separately. That is also there with the help of Moodle. So that is what mentioned here. It can be scaled from a single teacher site. You can create your own site, or a college or university with a large number of students where all the courses offered by the institution can be controlled through the course management system Moodle. Okay, so this is an open access software. So the Moodle can be used for creating an effective environment, learning environment. It will engage the students for better learning, and it diversify teaching methods. You can include multimedia content, you can include games. The latest Moodle version came with teaching through gamification methods and all. So it will simplify the grading process. You need not go for calculating the internal marks. You need not go for using Excel, complicated Excel sheets to create the internal marks and all. So this will automatically create the grades and inform you. And you can communicate with the participants of the course through various forum charts. All those things are available inbuilt in the Moodle. And so you can create any kind of material for your subject. You can refer a website, you can include pictures, you can include PDF documents, Word documents, you can include multimedia contents, you can create customized quizzes, and you can create your own games. All those things are inbuilt with the multimedia. So, and the most important thing is the students can access your course website through mobile phone. So they can easily, through apps, they can easily connect to you. They need not always have the laptop or PC for accessing the course methods. They can be easily accessed through mobile phone and the tablet. So, and the thing is, the student can take their own time. They can study at their own pace. So there is like other live classes where when the teacher teaches, the student has to attentive to get the things into his mind. So here we are using pre-recorded videos and all. So the students can leisurely attend the courses, and he can attend the course at their own pace. That is an important advantage of using this Moodle. So these things that all you already know. So what the majority functions we are having in the regular classroom that can be available, that is available in the Moodle also. So you can teach, you can give assignments, you can conduct the quizzes, you can grade the students, and you can take the attendance on hourly basis or daily basis when they are visiting. I will show the Moodle site. When students are visiting your website, how to get the details and all. So you can conduct even the examination, even you can give the certificate through Moodle also. So now what we are, the majority of the people doing for online quizzes and online applications, they are sending a Google form. Once you submit your responses, the certificate or autocrat will automatically generate the certificates and the secret. The same way, course completion certificate can also be generated in the Moodle automatically. That can be also developed in the Moodle. And we can to motivate the students, you can introduce batches. So when the student completes a particular activity, he will receive a badge from the course teacher. Well done, congratulations, you have completed this task, like that. So they will receive the batches as and when they complete activities in the course. Okay. So now in today's session, we are going to see demonstration on how to create a Moodle account and how to create a course using Genomia. This is more popular nowadays. So even the Moodle Cloud and Moodle Cloud, Genomia are all looking same. There is no difference and all. Only the hosting is different. So Moodle Cloud is the cloud version of the Moodle. So as I told you already, for Moodle you can download it into your system and you can install, and which can be controlled by an administration or institution. Whereas the Moodle Cloud is a cloud version, a teacher can build their own website. They can upload their own content, which is available for easy access to the students. Like the Genomia is also a similar thing. The difference is the Moodle Cloud free version can have up to 50 participants. The Moodle Cloud account can have up to 50 participants, and it is free for 45 days. If there is no activity after those things, the Moodle will automatically delete your site, and thus that issues is there. Whereas the Genomia is there is no restriction in number of participants of the course. You can enroll as many as participants into your course. Though there may be some restriction to Genomia that they are not a company, they can restrict fellow participants. So I have conducted a course on ICT tools using Genomia, where I enrolled 1,300 participants, but all the participants are not participating in the event. Ultimately, 400 participants complete the course. But what I am coming to say is, here the number of participants per course is restricted to 50, where here you can have any number of participants and you can have any number of course also in the Genomia. Okay, so this is about the Genomia and the Moodle code. Let me take you to the site how you can create the Moodle cloud account and the Genomia account. We will see. Okay, so let us go to the Moodle cloud site. So this is the Moodle cloud site. You can give moodlecloud.com and go to the and enter into the address bar, and you can get this window where you to create a new Moodle cloud free account. You have to click the get started. From there, it will take you another page where you will get the link for creating a free website, a free Moodle cloud website. So here you can see the various tariff available for various categories for 50 users, 100 users, and 200 users and all. So this is about Moodle cloud, where you have to pay and use this Moodle cloud site. And for trying free, you have to click here. So try all the features of Moodle cloud free for 45 days. So it can be available for 45 days. Suppose if you want to have the contents after 45 days, what you can? So you can download the code contents into a file into your system, and whenever you want, you can upload into the course website. You need not build again and again. So once you build the course website with the contents into it, you can download it as a zip like file, and you can whenever you want, you can import into any site, not only in your site. If you want to convert your course content into your institution site, you can just import your course contents into the institution site. It will be uploaded to your institution website. So that facility is there. So it will have some prescribed steps to create a free Moodle cloud account. So I'm not going to, because I already created account using my email and all, so it did not take me to that things. So I will be sharing at the end of this session a step-by-step procedure for how to create a Moodle cloud account, and how to use, how to create a new course, how to add students into this, and how to give quizzes, and how to get the grades and all. Step-by-step procedure I have created, and I will share the link at the end of the session. What I am telling right now is how to create a Moodle cloud account. So you have to, there is a free account which is available for 45 days. You can try free for this Moodle cloud account. Okay. And for Genomia site, you can enter the genomia.com website, and where you will see this page. If you want to create a site, maybe you can name it any name for your website, and see that whether it is available, and give your email ID. It will be created there. It will create a website. After entering into this, you can, as usual, there will be some standard formalities like giving your mobile number, getting a link to your email, and confirming the email from your email. All these things will happen. Once you created the website, so your website will be like this. So this is my Genomia Moodle site. So this Moodle cloud and Genomia are this is ad sites. They are giving it freely. You will be receiving ad in the sites. Sometimes it will block the screen. So you have to remove that ads, and you can, to see the content, you have to remove the contents. Okay. So this is the Genomia Moodle site created. So This is the thing I already told you. When you click links, it will take you to some ad. You can remove the tags by clicking the taskbars. So this is these are the available courses in my Moodle, Genomia Moodle website. So as I told you already, these Moodle sites can be used for offering courses to the society or public, as well as you can use it for delivering courses to your students. Okay, so you can see that this is the 1 week free online FDP. This is a course offered to the public, that is teachers across the country, where you can see that the number of participants is around. You can see that I have 470 participants found. Okay, these are the 470 final participants participated in the event. So the main advantage of using this Moodle Cloud site is you can reach as many as participants easily in a single stitch. Okay, so when you are going for Moodle Cloud, there is a restriction. Even you cannot have all your class students, because normally the class strength will be 60 for engineering colleges and polytechnic colleges. So the Moodle Cloud restricts the number of participants to 50. But in our college, all the departments except computer and ECE are approved with the 30 intake. So I have created a Moodle site for single classes. 30 students can be easily accommodated in the Moodle Cloud site. So initially I used the Moodle Cloud, but now I am using the Genomia because of the advantages I already told you. You can have as many as participants and you can have as many as courses. Okay, so that is the advantage of using the Genomia. Okay, so when you are going to the created an account and log into your Genomia site, it will be look like this. As I already have courses, it will be the courses will be listed here. If I am going to create a new course, you can go for this turn everything on. So don't bother about the steps I am doing, because this course, this thing cannot be covered in a single day. There is lot of help forums available for Moodle sites, and also I told you, I will be sharing a file with you at the end of the course. So there is a step-by-step procedure to create a new site and how to create a report. Once you explore into this, and you can learn many things. Even I have not explored all the features of this Moodle. Okay, so create time editing on, and you can see that you can add a new course whenever possible. You want to add a new course, you can add a new course. Okay, so just create an account, turn editing on, and you can have the add a new course title here. So if you want to add a course on let us blended learning, so you can add the course. Okay, you can name it the course, and you can short names also mandatory. The red things are the red mark indicates it's a mandatory. Okay. So I can create a course format is another thing. Whether you want to, normally in our subject we have unit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 units. Sometimes we may offer course and weekly format. Week 1, week 2, week 3, like that. So it may be weekly format, it may be topic format like unit 1, unit 2, or where social format, it may be of any type, single activity format. Even this Moodle Cloud can also used for conducting a single day course, a single day course on single type of sale. Suppose like what we are doing right now, how to create a Moodle Cloud site. You can develop a course for creating a Moodle Cloud site. You create videos by demonstrating. You can upload the course. Students can enroll into the course and come with a task in a single day. So that is also that is a single activity. You can conduct awareness, environmental awareness course. You can conduct a 1 day course, 1 hour course. All the things are possible. Okay. So let me go for a weekly format. So and finish. These are the various features available. You can explore those things. Okay. So now I have created a course on I can enroll the participant to the courses and all. Okay. So again, for enrolling participant, you have different methods. Okay. So as of now, I will have a break here and we will go back to the presentation. So this is about the Moodle Cloud site, and this is about the Genomia site, as I told you already, where you can build your own website. Okay. So you can create an online course and various, you can assign your fellow staff members, sometimes in MOOCs where thousands of participants are enrolled, a single teacher cannot handle the course. So you may need the help of your fellow members, fellow staff members or fellow other members, and they can be added into the site and they can be assigned with the different roles. Okay. So each and every role have the different privileges by Moodle. So that is the thing you are seeing here. And how to setting up a course on Moodle. This is a demonstration, but what we are seeing right now. So it can be a single activity format. What I told you just right now. I have selected a weekly format. So this is single activity format which can be used for a survey or sharing a book or a video lecture like that. A single activity. It is only used for a single activity. Okay. So you can use a single activity format to assign learners some readings. So the blended learning is coming here. So the blended learning is nothing but the related theory contents and related instructions are already shared with the students. When the student comes to class, he will be prepared by going through the subject contents, and he will be more concentrate on discussing and getting clarified, and they can dive deeply into the subject contents, they can get it clarified. So that is the advantage of blended teacher learning. So instead of teachers taking classes on the board and only the students learning the basics, so the course related contents, the explanation from the teacher and the basics explained by the teacher were already shared with the students. The student gone through the material in his home, and he can come with an idea. So the classroom deliberations will be more on deep discussion and clarification and the content delivered to the students earlier. So that is what the advantage of the blended teaching learning method and flipped classroom methods. Okay. So the another topics format is you can see from here, you can have the contents as I told you already. You can go for unit 1, unit 2, like that. So I have if you are conducting a course on 4-week course on something, you can go for the weekly format. So here you can see weekly format. So the starting date, when the starting date, when the ending date, it will be divided into weekly. Okay. And social format, anything you can choose you can different format. It will be a different format. Okay. So you can now we'll see how an activity can be added to the course website. Okay. So now I have created a course on weekly format. You can see here. So this is the BL, that is a blended learning course I have created. So which is having of by default it is 4 weeks course. You can add more course. Okay. So now we can go to the course. This is the course. So 1st March to 7th March. How the 1st March is created, that is available in the course page. You can change the starting date and end date of the courses. Okay. So this is the blended learning course. So you can edit the course details. Okay. So the start date and end date will be based on those details. Okay. So you can edit these details. Okay. Edit week. So when this going to happen, all those things you can change. Okay. So you can create the customized date, all the things. Okay. So now we will see how to add a course content for the so this is course. Now I want to, if you want to add course content to this format, this weekly format, you can just add an activity or resource. You can click on this. It will take you to the button where you can add, you can suppose if you are already have a recorded video, or if you are already have a create document like manual or course material is already prepared, which is available with you, you can upload with some instruction to the students. Say for let me upload a file and to the command set you, let me upload a file. So I am clicking a file. So as I already told you, and file name which I am giving, create course creation using Moodle. So these descriptions and all, it's optional whether you want to have a description. You kindly go through the material and create a course like that. You whatever the instruction you want to share with your students, you can share. And I have already created a material. I am choosing that material from the upload file option. So this is the content I have already created, Moodle course creation learning material, that I have uploaded this file. So the file is uploaded, and this file can be opened in the Moodle site itself, or it can be opened in publish a separate window. If you click that, it will take you to the separate window like that, or it will be embedded in the page itself. Those options you can click. Okay. And if you want to show the size of the file and type of the file for the viewers, you can do those things. And you can restrict the access. Say for example, if you want to give permission to the students to access this file with a condition. Suppose if you have 4 or 5 activities, the students completed the activity 1 only will be allowed to see the activity 2. Those completed activity 2 only can move to the activity 3. Like that, the restrictions you can create. So the student straight away, if a student go to unit 5 and they cannot see the content, they have to go through step by step. In some online courses, we are directly going to the final examination and filling the pieces and getting the certificates and all. So that like that it will not be. You can restrict things. So the participant must go through all the contents, and in case you can create the additional restriction also. At the end of the activity 1, you can have a test. If the students pass the test, then only they can go to the activity 2. And in activity 2, there will be a test. If the student passes the activity 2, then they can go to the activity. Like that, you can create the customized restrictions and all. So those things are possible with the help of the Moodle. You can explore those things. And students on completion of this activity, what it will be taken. So what will be happen? Those things. This is an indicator for the students whether they completed the thing or not. There will be some marks will come that can be seen. Okay. So and if you want to build some competencies in that particular module, you can build. So these are some advanced features of the module. So basically what we are seeing is you can add the contents. You can add the test assignments pieces, and you can see the grades. That is the basic thing what you are doing in the conventional classroom. That thing only we are seeing. You can have number of features available so that we can add the subsequent after you are exploring more. So this now you can see that in the first week I have already added a material, and what are other things you can going on adding. So you can give an assignment, you can give an quiz like that. So now you will go to the presentation. Let's see, we will go step by step. Okay. So this is how the activities are added this is short animated things. You can have this much options available. So you can have so many options. You can give assignment, you can chat, you can link a website, you can link a video, YouTube video, or you can add a quiz. So many options are available for activity. So, Sir Jabin sir, am I going in the very fast or okay sir?
No sir, it's okay sir. You are going at speed sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you sir.
So there are 14 types of activities and 7 types of resources are available to add. So these are the activities. Activities in the sense assignment, quiz, survey. These are the some type of activities. Resources in the sense you can refer a website. You can include a file. You can include the some what do you call it? Some folders, books. All these things are for the books in the sense like online books, Kindle, like that. So you can give the links to the students in the resources section. Okay. And then now we will going to see how to add quizzes. So if you want to build a quiz, you can have. So choose a section where you would like to add a quiz and then add an activity or resources and choose quiz in pop-up window. After doing this, you will get a quiz setting menu. So again, in quiz, what are all the possible quiz methods? And a lot of quizzes. There are 15 types of questions you can use, such as multiple choice, matching, drag and drop, one word, choose the correct answer, fill in the blanks. There are several quiz questions can be added. So you can see from the calculations, essay, matching, multiple choice. There are numerous around 15 types of questions you can use in the your question building. Okay. So let me explain how a quiz can be built. Okay. So in unit 1, I have uploaded a question, course material, and now I am going for adding a quiz. Okay. So for all the things, you have to use the turn editing button on. Once turning editing button on, you will see these plus marks here, cross marks here, where you can add the quiz or something. So now I am going to add a quiz. So the presentation, the video, the quiz options and all shown like this. The left side it came, but here the options are available in the new. This is updated version of the Moodle Cloud. You can see all these things, activities and resources here. These are the activities. These are the instead of scrolling in the left side, the updated version is having like this. Okay. So where you can add a quiz. So this is the add a quiz option. So quiz 1. I have named it as quiz 1. Okay. So the description you want to, you can give timing when the quiz should be open, when the quiz should be closed. Okay. In Google Forms, normally we used to give the cutoff date for quizzes or for first 100 members like that. Here, like that, you can have the quiz timing, open quiz and closing quiz, and within the time you can set the time limit. Once the quiz is open, it should be completed by 30 minutes or 40 minutes like that. You can fix the timings and all. So if you want to set these things, you can click these things and you have to put value. In between, before submission of the quiz, if something happen, what is to be done, that instruction you have to give. And grading, so it will automatically create grades, and if you want to fix, you can fix the grade to pass. If you are giving a 25 marks quiz to pass, if you fix a 15 as a criteria, you can fix to 15. Okay. So once that's what in the previous section I told you. You can if you fix the grade to pass, on fixed condition, the students passed in this section only can be moved to the other section. It will not allow others to move to the second section. So then how the failed students will move to the second section? For that you can give provision for them to appear for the second time. So all the things are possible. You can give the permission for them to appear for the second time. Once they pass in the second time, then they will go to the next session. Like those things are possible. And the question, just it will be appearance of the question in the quiz. You can have 15 questions in a page, 10 questions in a page, or 5 per section wise. If you are going for section wise, first 5 questions from the unit 1 and second question from unit 2, third 5 questions from unit 2, like that. You can go for the 5 questions per page, like that, okay? And we have number of options, the question behavior, how to review the questions, all the things you can explore. Restrict access. So this is what we are repeatedly using, restrict access and activity completion, like that. So now we are saying, so the quiz is created but without questions. So if you want to add questions, you can go for edit quiz and you can add the questions. Okay, so now I am going to add a question. So this is what important, how many possible ways a question can be. Or you can have a question bank. So what are the questions you are entering that is stored in your system, you can take that question also. So let me show you a question. First I am creating a new question. So this is the various option, multiple choice, true, false, matching, short answer, numerical, essay, calculation, calculated, multi-choice, calculated. There are different options. And drag and drop. Yes, for using pictures, you can give pictures and labels. You can drag and drop them into the space to get to know whether they can, they are able to label the parts of figure. So if you want to check whether the students can able to label the parts of figure, you can use drag and drop options, drag and drop marks. These things can be used. Okay. So 15 types of questions you can add. So now I'm showing you adding a multiple choice. Okay. Okay. So here you have to give the value. Let me have a simple question. Expansion for model. So this is the question name. You can name it as 1 or 2, like that. 1.1. And question text, you can put some question. So mark for default mark for that. And if there is only one answer, you can give only one answer. Suppose in some questions all the above, like that. If you are having more than one answer, you can multiple answers you can mark it as. And accordingly, how many answers are right, you can share the points also. If there are 2 answers, 0.5 mark. If 3 answers, 0.3 point. Like that, you can share the marks also. So now I have the question, the expansion of Moodle, and choices I have to give. The choices will be shuffled. The shuffle choices option you can have or you may not have. That depends upon that your choice. Okay. So the first option, you can give some expansion value. So you can have this value here. So the answer is here. Then grade is 100% for this answer. So this is the second answer. So it's not correct answer. So there is no grade for this question. And this is the third option. there is no options for those things. So I have given 4 choices, and if you want to give them multiple choices, you can give for each and every wrong things. You can give penalty mark also. Various options are there. You can explore. Okay. Now the question 1 is created. Expansion of Moodle is created. So and I can add another question from a bank. So I have some. As I have already have some questions. You can, if you have the previously uploaded question, you can have the questions and all. Okay. So this is the new course. So I am not having a question bank. If I go to some other courses offered by me, I can get the previously used questions that can be uploaded from the question bank. Okay. So this is how the quiz is created, and I can save the question for I can give 1 mark. Okay. So now you can see the quiz came here. So I have added a material, I have added a quiz. And the thing is, you can shift them, you can move them. I will tell you after completing the next task. Then now I want to add an assignment to the, I want to add the assignment to my unit 1. I can add the assignment. Okay. So activity, by clicking the activity, you can give an assignment. So the students can submit assignment within the prescribed time. Okay. So I want to give an assignment. So I am going for assignment task. Let it is available. The symbol with the hand in with an assignment is a symbol for assignment. So assignment 1. Assignment 1. So submit. I am. You can whatever the description you can give. So simply I am going to give them a create Moodle Cloud, create a course using Moodle Cloud, and upload the document with the important snapshots of important pages. Important pages. So this is the description. If you want, if you have questions like what you are giving to the students right now, you are giving some questions. It can be uploaded with as a PDF file or Word file. And here, this is the important part where you can fix the assignment deadlines. When the assignment submission starts, when the assignment cutoff date is due, and if you want a reminder, you can set the reminder also. So these cutoff dates and the due dates can be modified by the teacher at any time. If majority of your students are not submitted the assignment and they want an extension of time, you can log into your site and you can change the due date at any time. Yes, and what are the file formats they can upload? That things also possible. They can submit as a file or they can submit as a text. They can directly type and submit assignments. That also permissible. So and you can select the permissible file type. They can submit as a document file, a PDF or document file. They can upload as a presentation file. They can upload as a video file. All the file format, it depends upon the assignment you are giving. If you want to get them and get the assignments done in a document file, or if you want to give an assignment to your students as a video recording, they let them upload a video file. That is also possible. Okay. these are the various file formats that can be accepted as a assignment. So I am choosing document type and presentation type. Okay. So these are the types of assignments accepted, and as usual we have restriction, grading, and condition activity, all these things. You just go to explore. Majority of things will not useful for us for regular activity assignment. So now I am saving. So now the assignment is created. So when the student log into the course, they can see icon to submit their assignments. Okay. So here you can see the time remaining for submission of assignment, how many submitted, all those things, details will come here. So I can show assignment submitted to my previous courses. You can see that I will take this FDP course. So here you can see I have to turn the turn editing off, then only you can see that. So this is the free course offered for the 1 week for ICT tools, where in day 1, this is a 1 week course where in assignment in day 1, this is day like what we are seeing right now is weekly format. The weekly format is activity format, unit wise, like that I have created for 7 days. So day 7, day 6, 5, 4, so all those things. Okay. So at the end of the day 1, the participant has to attend a quiz. So where you can refer the quiz using the Google Form links, or you can create a customized quiz. So this is the being the first day, the students are not much familiar about the Moodle courses and all. So the first and second day, moreover the content of the course is on Google for Education Part 1 and Google for Education Part 2. The first 2-day quizzes we have designed using the Google Forms, and after the third day the quizzes are in the Moodle site itself. You can see the icon here. This is the icon for quiz in Moodle site, whereas here the quizzes are referring to the Google Form. Okay. So we can I have added a quiz and I have added a assignment. So we can once you give assignment, when the students log in, they will see like this only. If you click here, you can see that. So I have given some instruction how to submit the assignment. So in the demonstration, I have given the assignment name only, the description not given. Here I can give that description also. So the description given by me, and here you can see the number of participants are 470 participants, and those submitted assignment are 336. So that's what I already told you. If you are going for a MOOC course where huge number of participants are submitting assignment, as a single person you cannot evaluate all these 336 assignments. Okay? So you can add your fellow teachers as co-teachers. And one more important feature the Google and the Moodle having is, so the assignments can be peer reviewed. You can there is a feature called workshop in the Moodle. You can create a peer reviewing system where 336 participants are assigned with their fellow members' assignment, 1 or 2. That criteria you can fix. Every individual from this participant will receive 2 assignments from their fellow participant. They have to go through their assignment and they have to evaluate based on the rubric. You have to set the rubric also. So if they are able to create a Moodle cloud site, you can give 5 marks. If their Moodle site is uploaded with a document, you can give 5 marks. If there is a video in the Moodle cloud site, you can give 5 marks. Like that, you can create a rubric. The fellows, every individual participant has to evaluate 1 or 2 of their fellow participants' assignment, and they can evaluate. That mark can be added. So the teacher need not evaluate all the 300, all the 1,000 students' assignment. If any objection raised by the participant, there is a provision for that also. my assignment, the assignment submitted by me is evaluated by some other person. Maybe it can be evaluated by 2 persons. If the 2 persons have not gone through my assignment properly and they have given very low mark, I am not satisfied with the evaluation of my assignment, I can raise an objection which is directly go to the teachers of that course, and they will go through your assignment, they can evaluate your assignment and they can readjust your mark. That facilities are there. So the thing is, like Moodle MOOC courses where thousands of students are participating in the course, you need not evaluate all the participants' evaluation sheets. That is not at all possible. Even if you have 2 or 3 teachers for the course, it is not possible. So that facility is available. So here 336 students submitted their assignment, but I have not graded the assignments. So those who are submitted, their names can be taken from the database. Based on the database, we issue the certificate to them. Okay. So this is the rubrics criteria I had given for the assignments. So if the Google form, this is an assignment on creating a Google form with quizzes. So the rubrics fixed are accessibility of Google form. If it is accessible without signing, 1 point. With the sign, some you can go through. You might have come across some Google form where it won't require any sign in. You need not log in. So for that you want. If it requires login and sign, you can give 2 points. And use of questions, a minimum 4 types of questions are used. You can give 2 marks. If with branching option use 4 marks. Like that, I have created an rubrics. So based on the rubrics, the students will get their marks. Okay. So this is about the assignments. For like that, for all the day we have assignments and quizzes. So the day 1 assignment and day 1 quiz. If you click the day 1 quiz, it will take you to the quiz for the day 1. So, but right now the quiz forms are closed. You will not, it may not open. Okay, this is the tool for it will take you to the quizzes. Okay, like that you can take the help of external links for quizzes, or you can build your quiz in the Moodle site itself. So the 3rd day the quiz is on built on the Moodle site itself. So this is how to the so the total 465 students attempted this quiz. Attempts 465. Okay. So this, since the time is past, I may not attempt the quiz. Okay. Like that. So you can add assignments, you can add quizzes, and you can. These are the things is called a discussion forum. For every day, if the participants have any query, they can create and they can discuss in the discussion forums. Okay. And these are the contents. I have not created contents for this. I have just simply referring the external pages. If you click this page, it will take you to some external video on the external page. Okay. So how to prepare Google Forms. This is a free and open video created under Common Attribution Lines. I used that video for the course. So it will take you to the videos. So Google YouTube videos and all, just by giving the links, you can refer the YouTube videos. Okay. So like that, you can include any video. If I want, I can add my own video. So I have created a own video. This is a welcome address by me. So I have created using some tools. I have added. If you are taking a lecture, that video can also be added. So the thing is, you can use any type of content into the course website. You have to arrange logically, orderly with the contents, video, documents, pictures, quizzes, assignment. What you are doing in a conventional classroom, in that order, you can create the contents in the course website and you can open it to the students. That's all. When the students are accessible all your contents, they can go through the contents, whether document or videos or whatever it may be, they can learn from them. And the thing is, you can have the online session also inbuilt with it. So the difference between the online classes, that is the conventional classes which is happening through Zoom meeting, Google Meet like and all, and the Moodle is, so the Moodle have pre-recorded videos and documents and all. At the same time, you can plan, you can schedule a online meeting using the tools, online video tools like Zoom and all, inside the Moodle also. That is also possible right now. Okay. So this is day one content, and I have the restriction I told you, no. So that restriction you can see. So you can, this content will be available only from 11. So the first 3 days contents I have restriction removed, because the first 3 days the participants find it difficult to browse through their contents. So the restrictions are removed. So those who are familiar with things, they just accumulate everything, and they wanted to access the 4th day quiz in the 2nd day itself. So that's why I made a restriction. This 4th day content will be visible only on 11th June onwards. If they are if the students completed the day 3 content in the 10th June, and they want to access the day 4 contents in advance, they will not, they cannot access the content till 11th June from 1 AM onwards. So like that, I have restriction. I have made restriction for all the remaining days. So the day 6 will be available only from 13th June. And this is for opening the content, and this is for restriction. If I complete this online class via Google Meet, then only I can come to this topic. If I complete this topic, then only I can come to this. Like that, you can going on restriction nested with the previous activities. Okay. So that also possible. That once you go through this, and you can explore many options available, whatever you want to give your students in the conventional classroom, all possibilities are there in this module class. This is the final day thing, and this is the online Google Meet and planned, but that's not happened. So this is how the course contents are. This is for a single. So let me show the example for our regular diploma students class, how I use the Moodle for regular class. So this is a subject in the previous semester, and this is a subject I am currently handling. So let me take you to the previous semester course page, because the current semester I am not under the contents yet. So in the previous semester you can see, so this is the initial things. So I have given the notes, unit 1, unit 2, unit 3, unit 4 handouts, board exam solutions, board exam solution, course reference material, important questions for exam, previous session paper. These are all PDF contents. Just the students may use it for their reference, and that's why I added first in the opening page itself. And there are announcements, assignment I want to give them. So the announcement you can see. So I have online classes. I have course attendance. It will reach their mails. Attendance for 21/9, and for all the individual days, attendance for 9, 10, 11, 12, 10. So then I uploaded the attendance detail here. The students will receive the attendance in their email. Okay. So these things are possible. You do not compose mails, and if you enroll your students into this course, you just put some information, it will reach them their mail shot. Whatever the information, not only attendance, I inform them that the course materials are uploaded on the website like that. Sir? Devin sir? Hello. So, if you want to start now, you just inform. Almost finished it.
Okay.
What the information you want to inform the students, you can put it in the announcement that it will reach the participants. Okay, this is the course materials I have put it to them and give them links so they can easily access it. So this is the initial materials they need, and then I have gone through the unit question. This is the unit 1, the theory contents. So the student, this is being a practical subject on press tools. The students may not see the presses and the various operations and all. So in the theory classes I have given them theory content, and here I have added various video related to the subject. Okay, so here I have added a link for the various operations. So as the students click the links, it will take them to the some various pages, and they can see the practical
sheet metal applications is good for mobility. This is the sheet metal's ability to deform into intricate shapes without operations. One of our types of deformation are
yes, so this is for the post-content added, and I am giving an assignment. So I am giving assignments for the students. I gave an assignment for drawing and OB press. Done much. Yes, sir. Hello.
கேமரா வந்து ஸ்கொயர் டிராமா இருக்கும், இதுல வந்து ரெக்டாங்கிள் வரும், ஸ்கொயர் மாதிரி வரும். அதான் இங்க
Okay, so this is an assignment given to our students to submit their assignment. So these are the students submitted, and I have already graded them for some mark. So this is how the students are submitted and got their grades. If they are not submitted, it is not graded. Okay, so what they are submitted, that can be easily downloaded into your system. I will see. So this is the assignment of one of student they submitted. Let me check. If you click grade, it will take them to the grading page where the short symbols will be given. So this is the drawing here, drawn and submitted by the assignment. So you can go to the grade and you can see that in the, this is the submission. So this is the first the student and their name, email ID, all those things will come. If I want to see the next student's submission, you can click the next student. So this is the next student's submission. So if it is not in a proper format or it is not submitted, they will not get the view. So here he is not submitted, so the grade out of 10 is 0. If it is not submitted, you put them 0. And you can give the comments also. You can review the comments and you can give the comments, go to very good like that, you can give the comments also. And sometimes you can see that I have given them instruction to draw the drawing using the pencil and write their names using pen to avoid using different persons. The same assignment is by different persons, but some students are not following it. I will mention them in the comments. Here you can see the comments. So I told them to draw the assignment in neat sheet. So not near the sheet, draw neatly, write name and other details in top right corner, use pencils for prime. So you can add any comments on this and you can grade them accordingly. Okay. So this is how the comments section in the assignment can be used. Okay. So this is the I have given assignment one diagram some problems also to solve them. So if you click, I give you some problem and ask them to submit assignment. This is the question, assignment question I given to them. As I told you already, you can give them assignments. You can create PDF files. This is the problems for them. They have to give the solutions. This is two problems I have given to them with the model calculations. Some model calculations also I gave to them. So let me see whether how they submitted. So these are the things they have submitted. So this is students' submission. So this is the page 1 of 6 of student submission, page 2, page 3 like that. So you can download all the entire student's submission into your system and you can evaluate it offline. That is also possible. Okay. So this is about assignment, this is about the quiz. I already told you, I have given them some quizzes. They can take the whole out of 60 students, 50 students are conducted quizzes. Okay. So the number of attempts allowed is only 1. If you want, you can give them 2 chances also. The best of 2 will be taken. That is also possible. So this is assignment and quizzes. This is for other unit 2 and unit 5, assignment 2. So assignment 2 again, I can do some drawings and all. Assignment 3 is a model exam and seminar. I can do some seminar data. What are the regular activities you are having in your academics that can be brought into your Moodle site, and you can always have a control over the contents. And as I told you, I will show you can move the contents also from to arrange the orders. You can move the contents. So let me go through this. So this is what we are seeing. So now I want to give assignment before the quiz. You can move the assignment above. Okay. Like that, you can add any content, any material into your course website. Okay. So the next important part is adding the learners. That is manage the learners, nothing but adding participants to the learners. So you can enroll the participants using manual enrollment method, and they can register themselves. That is also possible. They can register on their own. But the method suitable for us is mass enrollment. Say if I have 60 students detail, I put them in the Excel format, name of the students, username, or you can create your customized username and password, and you can enroll them in a single step. All the 60 students will be enrolled in your course. So this manual enrollment method and bulk is best suited because others cannot be enrolled into your course. Only those you are added by you only can join the course. The others cannot join into the course. So that is the best method of enrolling students. There are 3 enrollment methods available: manual enrollment, guest access, and self-enrollment. So manual enrollment, you can you can add 1 by 1, or you can add in bulk. Okay. Guest access, those who are visiting your website can access your content. Okay, but some contents are restricted to the guests, so they cannot see all the contents.
and they cannot participate in any activity. And self-enrollment, you can send the link to the students, link of your website, they can enroll by themselves by answering a set of questions, what we are doing right now. This is for registering some workshops, we are doing some enrollment methods now. Like that, students can enroll themselves to your courses. Okay. So these are the various enrollment options available. So the previous one you can see, this is a chart icon where the students can post a question that can be seen by the course administrator. Okay. So this is how to grade learners assignment. That's what I already explained to you. Once the student submitted assignment, you can see the grade icon. You click that, it will take you to the page where you can assign the marks and you can book your comments. So this is for the screen. So you can click the grade icon. This is the file the students uploaded, and then if you do any comments, that will be visible here. Okay. So that's all. So this is a link for the resource page I have created for the Moodle course. So and this is a Moodle website. You can access for any type of Moodle official training. So these are the various trainings offered by the Moodle itself. So learn Moodle basics. This is a very basic course how to create a course in Moodle, which is offered freely by the Moodle itself. So this course is normally offered 2 times in a year. Once in January, the other one in around September or August, like that. You can watch out for this site regularly. You can see that when the course is offered. Even Moodle teaching basics also is a free course. Moodle admin basics is also free course, but it will not give you the certificates. For certificates, you have to pay. For getting certificates, you have to pay. This is a free course and you will get a free certificate. So this is offered freely by Moodle itself. So this is a certificate of Moodle. This is very basic course. So, but this will not give you a deep insight into the entire contents of the Moodle. Okay. So the best way is you practice the usage by implementing into your regular teaching or giving so short in a small way, and you can explore a lot of things into the Moodle. Okay. Let me take you to the Moodle page. Let me see whether any other some options are useful for. So these are the regular classrooms. So hopefully the majority of the contents are required for creating a course outcome. Course is given. So I will share the link of this. The chat box also. So that's all for today's session. Thank you. If you have